Hi, my name's Adam Towla, and you may recall me from such shows as Destination Fabulous, Paranormal Places, and that one movie I did that I'm accredited for on IMDb. I don't even remember the name. Hey, I'm trying to film an infomercial here. Excuse me. Oh, hi there. My name's Adam Towla, and I'm the host of the travel channel, the Paranormal Polynesian Travel channel. Well, today I'm very excited to share with you a new venture that I'm doing. It's a podcast. That's right, I'm going to do a podcast like everyone else because I don't have enough going on. My friend Faye approached me with this idea, and I thought, my God, that's so revolutionary. A podcast where we talk about paranormal things. So if you like the paranormal and you like to hear my voice as much as I do, then you're gonna love this new podcast, which is called To Believe or Not to Believe. That is the podcast. That is such a long name for a podcast. But I can't change it because I already did the graphics. You can look for To Believe or Not to Believe, that is the podcast, on Spotify, Apple, the other ones, Amazon. Just Google it, you'll find it. My friend Faye and I will talk about a new paranormal subject every single week. Her no-nonsense news anchor woman approach. Can I say news anchor woman, or is that not PC right now? To Believe or Not to Believe follows my friend Faye, who takes her no-nonsense approach, and me, Adam, who is a hot mess. And if you want to hear the two of our worlds collide into a magnificent 35 to 48 minute long podcast every week, then I think you're going to like this podcast. I've noticed that over the years, people take the paranormal way too seriously. It's called the paranormal because we don't know what it is. So no, I don't have a PhD in parapsychology, but I do have a PhD in fun. Faye is not a believer in anything paranormal, and I am. So between the two of us, it's going to be a fun time. There's no holding back. There's no censoring other than the fact that I won't be swearing whatsoever in this podcast. So it's very difficult for me. That means it's good for the whole family. So you should sit down once a week, gather around your radio like it's 1954, and listen to our podcast, To Believe or Not to Believe. That is the podcast. That is such a long name for a podcast. And good news, there's already 3 episodes up right now. So come take a listen, tell me what you think. I'd love to get your feedback, unless it's bad feedback, then just keep that to yourself. But seriously, if you love things paranormal, if you love to have a good time, because I do, I think you're going to love this podcast. Sit down and listen to it while you're in the car. Listen to it while you're cutting up celery in the kitchen. You can even listen to it while doing laundry and screaming at your kids. I don't really care where you listen to it, but just listen to it, will you? To Believe or Not to Believe, that is the podcast, is available streaming right now. So check us out. I'm even going to post episodes on YouTube in its own playlist entitled To Believe or Not to Believe, that is the podcast. I just have to think these things up. I hope you consider giving this new podcast a listen. I think it's a lot of fun. Or I wouldn't have done it, Okay, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for giving me your time and your energy. I appreciate it. To Believe or Not to Believe, that is the podcast. Available now. Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to there you are. Welcome to my live stream. And did you like that little announcement that we just made? We're going to have a podcast coming. It's already here. So go look it up on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all the things under To Believe or Not to Believe, that is a podcast. How's everybody doing tonight? Huh? Hi, Cruising for Food. Hey, Laura. Hi. Hi, Florna. Who else we have here? We've got Charmaine, Taro and T. What's up, girl? We've got D. Welcome, D. Who else in here? Ooh, for adding it. Have I missed anyone? Well, if you're here, welcome. It's very nice to have you tonight. Happy Sunday. It is the end of a weekend. It's the dawn of a new beginning of a new week. So, PhD in fun. That's right. That's what I have. So, podcast for everyone, says Tarot and Tea. That is true. You all get a podcast. We've got 3 episodes on, and I'm very excited. I want to introduce you to my new co host. Hey, Maureen, how are you? Maureen's not my co host, but she could be. I mean, if she'd like. Do you want to be my co host? The Bud Files, welcome. If you're just joining, we are announcing a new podcast adventure that's coming. It's already here. It's already gone live. We've already got a bunch of downloads. So I'm very excited. Okay, so I want to welcome to the show. Sorry, I'm looking at 2 computers. I need to remember to look at this computer. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to welcome to the show my co-host. I would love for you to meet her. She's a delight. She's a pleasure. And so let's welcome to the stage here. Uh, hey, Faye is she's just fantastic. Um, do you want to just introduce yourself to the crowd and tell them a little bit more about you?
Sure. First of all, I've heard so many good things about all of you. I think that this is an amazing place to be able to talk and have conversations, and I hope that you're excited for that. The reason I thought this would be such a fun thing to do is how many of you have heard some of Adam's stories and thought, wait, I need more information on that. Stop, hold on. I need an answer to
I need more
this.
information too.
I need to hear all of the things that are happening. And as we talked about things, I thought if I'm having these thoughts where I need to hear more, there have to be other people who want more details and have questions like I have when they're listening to Adam's stories. And he has so many of them. So I thought, let's make a podcast so I get all of my questions answered, and hopefully you'll get some of yours answered as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I love to hear myself talk,
he
so it's
does.
great. It works out for everybody.
It's
No,
perfect. No, we have a really good time, and it's been really fun so far.
we do, and we've already recorded 3 episodes that are up right now. Do you want to tell them a little bit about those that are up, those 3
Yeah.
episodes?
Our very first one was we took a deep dive into Skinwalker Ranch here in Utah. Our second one was about the Conjuring House, and
Yes.
then our third, I forgot.
It was the hotel I just stayed at the other night.
Yes, the Hotel Apache in
Yeah,
Las Vegas.
Las
Man,
Vegas,
that's a
crazy.
crazy place.
And, I know that you all have heard paranormal podcasts. I mean, I have. A lot of them are very spooky. I mean, they're very spooky
Yeah,
and they're
fun.
very well done, but they're very, like, serious all the time, very just kind of cut and dry. They tell you the story and then send you on your way to have nightmares.
We're never serious.
No, we're medium serious. Well, we do give you the info, and you are gonna hear some stories that are creepy AF, but, we're also gonna have a good time. So we love to chat. He's definitely, more together than I am, and so it helps bring us in, and I need that sometimes. Hey, Barry, welcome.
One of the reasons that this is a little bit different podcasts that you may have listened to in the past is we all know Adam has a lifetime of experiences with the paranormal. I mean, he's done all the things, right? And we love him for that. I, on the other hand, have zero experience with the paranormal. I've never had a paranormal experience, and I think I would kind of consider myself a paranormal agnostic, if you will. I I don't have I believe in belief being a default, meaning that I respect people's experiences And I think that if somebody hasn't proven to you that they're not trustworthy, you should take that into account and treat them that way. So I have tons of respect for it, but at the same time, no experience. And so I like to really look for what else could have been going on? Like, what are the other things? Explain to me a little bit more about how that works or what that would mean, to kind of understand it a little bit more. So that's kind of the way that we do things. Um, kind of your skeptic
My,
versus
I'm her ebony to her ivory. Is
oh,
it? Oh,
okay, I'm
I don't
really
know.
white, guys. No.
I um I just I realized um I always kind of thought of doing the podcast, but I really do not like to hear myself talking, if we're gonna be honest right here. But I think that with the two of us, because our personalities are a little different, I think there's something for everyone on this podcast. So if you want to hear me go off the rails, then there's that for you. If you want
So
someone
fun.
who's done research and actually has paperwork and she knows the details, then she's for you. She's definitely got it together, and I think that's what we need to make a good podcast. A little bit of little yin and yang, you know?
It's fun. It's really
Mhm.
fun.
It's fun.
And we get all the good stories. So we start with a topic, but then we get to go off on some of Adam's life experiences, which I love. I really, really do. I think that they're
I go
and
off
so
a lot.
being able to start with like the Conjuring house, but then it reminds him of something that's happened in the past. And so we get to hear those things that you don't get to hear a lot of the time. It's worth it.
Just think of like if you go to visit your grandma at a retirement center,
Stop.
that is me. And I will always just have a story that I'm like, oh, that reminds me of the time I was abducted by aliens. So,
Does always have a
hey,
story.
Sandra, welcome. Love you, Sandra. Dee, hello. Hi, Dee, welcome from down under. Wait, that was not. Sorry,
That was really bad,
was
and
not
I
good. I am
apologize
sorry.
for him.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to do my accents, and that's just rude anyway, because I do love you guys. So what else should we talk about? We've got a live stream here. I wanted to do a little giveaway. I just wanted to check in with everyone, see how you're doing. You know me, I don't do super long live streams because I just never know what to talk about. So I just feel like I'm just sitting here like this, and then you guys can chat. Hey, do me a favor, make sure you like this video if you can, and share it with your friends. Share the good word. If you know someone that likes a podcast and would benefit from it, again, it's called To Believe or Not to Believe. That is the podcast. I'm going. Oh, sorry. Go
Sorry, I
ahead.
was just gonna say, how many of you like that name and think it's really clever and adorable and worth typing in? It's a lot of
It's
letters.
a very long name.
How do we think? What are we?
It's very busy, like my shirt.
Which I love.
Yeah, and I think people will learn to love that name. I was thinking the other night, like, what if could we like approach Guinness Book of Records to see if we have the longest name of a podcast? I
could.
don't know if that's a thing, but it could be.
But I feel like people would just do that on purpose, right?
To one of
This
us.
was, yeah,
I don't know. It's very possible.
it
Bat
is.
Rican loves the name, and if he loves the name,
Yes.
then that's right.
Thank you.
Hey, Bat Rican, I thought of you last night. I was at a store. I don't know where I was. It was like TJ Maxx or something, and they had Batman projector, like a projector of like a Batman symbol that would go on your rear view mirrors, so that like when you open your car doors, it's just like bam on the ground. You know how like people have those in the newer cars? I thought of
That's
you.
fun.
Maybe I'll go back and look for it. You can put it on your Batmobile.
I want a Batmobile.
Charmaine, thanks for loving the name. Well, that's all that matters. Sandra, let's see. Cruising for Food can't find us on Stitcher. What's a Stitcher?
Ooh, I don't know if we're on Stitcher.
Do you have Spotify or Amazon Music or iTunes, Apple Podcast? I know if you just Google it. I know that I don't pay for Spotify or any of the ones I've mentioned, but I'm able to still listen to the podcast for free. So I don't know if you're able to go on that. We just started this, so this is going to be a learning curve. And
we will get better, I promise.
Add to the list. Stitcher.
Also, we are hoping, and we'd love to see how many people are interested. We are thinking about recording it live, so have video going along with our words.
Yeah, I was thinking of having what? Yes.
Watching with your
watching with your ears. I was thinking of just doing like a playlist or maybe making it a thing for Patreon, our Patreon members or my Patreon members where you can just watch us. Because sometimes it's fun to like, when I'm at work and I just want to put on, I have a few podcasts I like, but they film them for YouTube. And it's just like sitting with a friend. So it's kind of fun. I don't know. We might do it.
It'd be fun. Let us know if you're.
Except we're both camera shy a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But either way, we're going to have that weekly podcast. And so you've got your 3 weeks up so far. Maybe we could just go into a little bit about what, each episode so far. So the first episode we did was Skinwalker Ranch. I'm so sick of Skinwalker Ranch and talking about it.
But I'm not. I love it so much. It's so creepy.
Yeah, and I told her this episode is like the last. That's it. That's the last time I'm going to talk about it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Unless someone wants to give me some money, and if it's like a TV show, it's like, hey, we'll interview you for some of this, like they did on that other show, then I'll sell for a few bucks. We'll talk about it. I'm just saying, I'm not going into it again for my channel.
But he's gonna take me camping.
I'm gonna take her camping somewhere out there. It's gonna leave her in the woods. Well, there's no woods there. It's just sagebrush. But I know a lot of you have already heard me talk about it a million times, but I think there's a few tidbits in there that I haven't shared because, with Skinwalker Ranch, I have stories for days and days, stuff that I've not even shared, stuff that's like so personal and terrifying that I still don't talk about it. So there is that to look forward to.
I don't know about you, but for me, that's like even more intriguing. Like what? It's nuts. This place is nuts.
Yeah, if Adam doesn't talk, we've done something to Adam.
So we have a good time talking about that. Then we also went over the Conjuring House, which again has a huge long history of crazy stuff going on, and Adam's been there.
Yeah, we kind of break it down because there's so much misinformation about The Conjuring, and just this is coming from me saying that sometimes people are a little dramatic about stuff. So we kind of try and break it down to give our opinions on what we think, really happened. I don't think it necessarily involved like a witch, like attacking a family, but what do I know?
A lot.
I don't know a lot.
No, you do know a lot. And
Laura,
then,
oh my gosh, you just sent us $10. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. You're so sweet. That's
amazing.
That means a lot, honestly. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. You are the best. So we've got, I'm still learning how to use technology because it's, I figured for my 40th birthday, I would learn how to use computers eventually. I'm one of those old millennials. But
it's all those spirits with the electronics.
I know the electronics.
They hate you.
So Laura from Huddle Adventures, you're just a darling. Thank you so much. And Dee wants to know if I can stay at Blind Frog Ranch. That's near Skinwalker Ranch. I did. Well, yeah. I mean, I've been over there. That's the last time I was out there. I was filming for the Blind Frog Ranch, that TV show on Discovery. They interviewed me behind a dumpster, behind a pawn shop,
the best
to talk about it. And Blind Frog Ranch and Skinwalker Ranch, they're very close to each other. And what I'm going to talk about in that podcast is these places. There's no border. There's no property line of crazy. It just kind of goes throughout the whole. And so any of those places out there, you're probably going to see something in the night. And Patrick, and thank you for loving my videos. Love your videos.
Interesting. Okay, so would people be interested in an episode on Blind Frog Ranch in addition to Skinwalker Ranch? That's something I'm curious about.
That has a lot. That has a whole thing going on with like Mormon gold and Spanish gold. They have
so much to learn.
So we could definitely, I mean,
Why in the heck are the frogs blind?
they're just blind. There's so
It's
many blind
crazy.
frogs. And you know, there's a lot of weeks in the world in time. So we could do it.
That just really confused me. I thought we were still talking about frogs.
There's so many weeks. I'm just saying we've got plenty of time. We can absolutely do
You can
an
totally do
episode
that.
about it.
Find out how to get those frogs vision insurance.
Yeah, vision insurance.
Is that a thing?
They need to get their eyes checked.
Good old optometrist
Oh
frogs.
my gosh, I'm blind too, you guys.
Me too.
I don't know what the pandemic did to my eyeballs, but I think it's because I've been looking in the screen so much that now I think I have glaucoma.
The blinding
that-
lights.
Can you get glaucoma from computers?
I have no idea.
That's why I'm not an optometrist. Let's see. An episode about the Queen Mary, absolutely, Wanda, and
Yes.
they are opening the Queen Mary, I think, in June-ish. I will be there. I've got stories for days and days and years. Love that Queen Mary. I'll go with you. Let's go together. We'll do a 2-for-1 because you've got your cruise channel and it's a cruise ship. It's an ocean liner.
That's fun. We also, our next video that will be coming up is about aliens, possible alien abductions.
Oh yeah.
So that's coming. We're excited for that.
Yeah. Who here has ever read the book Communion by Whitley Strieber? Has anyone ever heard of that? I read the book when I was 9 years old. I remember checking it out at the library, and I remember having nightmares for a very long time because you know the book, if you know the cover, it's got the picture of just the big alien with the eyes staring at you with this cute little smirk on its mouth. Kind of looks like Sigourney Weaver a little bit, like, you know, Sigourney Weaver
I
from
do.
Alien.
Now I'm gonna look it up because I don't
show
know
that
that.
to the folks at home. But the book, let's see. Oh, and thank you for sharing that, Debbie. Speaking of merch, I did put together a little bit of merch for our podcast, and I'm going to do a giveaway tonight. Okay, see that? You guys know that cover. Should I like hold it up?
Yeah. I don't know how to do that.
But
Ooh.
yeah, that's terrifying. And it kind of looks like Sigourney Weaver. I don't know why I think that, but I do. But Communion tells the story of, you know, if you've ever seen Unsolved Mysteries, there's a story called the Hudson Valley UFOs or the Hudson Valley Lights. It was a time in the 80s for a handful of years, people were seeing these lights in the sky, and they reported hundreds and hundreds of cases of seeing them. And Whitley Strieber was living in a cabin. He's also a writer, and he tells the story of being abducted by aliens and how it kind of followed him for the rest of his life, even to this day. And it's a book that is just so scary to me. I don't know what it is. It's just terrifying. The detail he goes into, the things he saw, the things they did to him.
This is really important to me.
Sigourney, I love her.
Do we have any correlation between those photos? Anybody else?
They're related.
I digress.
But no, you're fine. And so it's in Pine Bush, New York, and then also as a follow-up, I'm going to be going to Pine Bush next month. I'm going to be flying out to New York to go to the spot where the abductions happened because like I don't have enough weirdness in my life. So that'll be a good video for the channel. And yeah, no, the channel's not changing. We're still doing this channel, but we're doing the podcast separately. But there's so many stories that we can go through, and I'm excited to do it with you.
Endless stories.
It's all you can eat.
Adam's a great storyteller, so I'm very, very excited.
Oh, I do like to tell a story. Hey, Tammy. Hi, cousin. Welcome. Oh, Tammy, you've read the book? It's in your library in your room. Scares you so much. Yes. That's why we're cousins. That's why we're related, because we know. Don't let the ghosts grab your butt.
Please don't.
I want them to grab my butt. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. I might.
Depends on the ghost, I think.
Depends on the ghost. I mean, if they're pretty hot, we'll see. Maureen says, my brother used to live not too far from Pine Bush. Oh, yeah?
Ooh.
Well, I'm going to be out there.
Do we have anyone on here who's had any alien experiences or is willing to? I mean, you don't need to like share them, but do we have anyone who are like big believers who
Anyone like
experienced
to share
this?
your abduction stories with us tonight? Please let us know.
Graphic
Did you finish
content.
the book?
I did.
It was kind of graphic.
There's
His abduction.
we'll have a content advisory. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and there's kind of like a weird connection with that story and me. I'm not saying I was abducted by aliens, but I might have been.
Or was he?
I mean, I might have been. I still think there's a connection. And like, what 9-year-old reads this book? There was a reason I grabbed it and
did you find it? Was it like at someone's house, or did you like go to the library? Like, how did this come into your life?
So this is the true story. Okay, I went to the library as a kid, and I saw it just sitting there on the shelf. And when I saw the face of that alien, this is gonna make me sound crazy, but you guys know me by now. You know that I'm a haunted person. I've had stuff happen to me over the years. When I saw that face, I said, I've seen that face in my house before at night.
Nope.
And I'll go from there. It's a whole thing. So you'll have to
I'm moving.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter where you move. They'll find you.
That's a good point, because that happens in the book.
Ooh. Hey, Zach Black, welcome. UFO sighting. Florida's had a UFO sighting. And Laura says she's had paranormal, but not aliens. Cruising for food. Wanda says, I've had plenty of experiences when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
We should do an episode where we just have people come on, like we take calls, like where's Frasier?
Like PBS?
PBS.
No.
This is NPR. I'm into it. I would be interested.
I love Frasier, by the way. It was such a good show.
I used to love watching
enjoyed
him at night. Well, that's when he was on, and we would go to bed to him. So he does have a soothing voice.
Lovely.
I do love Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and his wife was on there.
Oh, really?
Crazy. You know what?
Was her voice soothing?
She kind of sounded like Piglet from Winnie the Pooh when she talked.
So no.
So it's kind of soothing.
Is that soothing?
That's Piglet talk. She's like, I don't know. So yes, what else should we talk about? I wanted to also tell you guys, I know that we haven't done the monetization 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and now I'm at over 1,100, which, by the way, thank you very much for subscribing and for sharing the channel. It means a lot. I've just had, my life has been kind of a S show. Stands for shit show.
If you didn't know,
my life has been kind of like going to hell the past month, and so I'm trying everything I can to just like get it together, and then we will do that live stream giveaway, and it will be fabulous. We're going to have guests on. I think Cruising for Food will be on with us. We're going to have a handful of guests, and we're going to do some giveaways. But in the meantime, I thought announcing this podcast.
He was drowning in his life, so I handed him a podcast.
You handed me a podcast.
As if you needed one more thing to do.
It saved me, girl. It saved me. Hey, M&A Mystery. How are you? Welcome. M&A Mystery Tours. Mark and Annette. They're from down under as well. I have a lot of friends that are from Australia that watch the channel, and I love it.
I love that too. Australia is somewhere I've always wanted to go. That's on my big old bucket list. Is
my
Australia.
people are all from
I want to go swimming with the sharks.
What? On the Gold Coast?
So much.
You want to die?
Well, not that, but okay. If I had to die, getting eaten by a shark is one way that I would like be down with. I love sharks, guys. They're so cool.
That's going to be a negative.
I don't want to die, but I want to go swimming.
That reminds me of when I went to the Bahamas and I was swimming. I had a drink in my hand. The drink was called a Sandy. I can't say it. There's kids on TV.
The JJ.
And it was delicious, but I kept feeling this thing like brushing up against my leg. And then I saw the fish just, like, darting off away, and then, this person off in the back, they're like, "That's a shark!" The
And you were
first time I
like
go to the Bahamas and I get eaten by a shark.
you were like, "I'd like another drink, sir."
Yes, give me another one of
And
these Sandy V's.
swam away. Oh my
Um,
gosh, that's amazing.
yeah, cruising for food's like no swimming with sharks or pigs. You know, people think it's
Pigs?
fun. Yeah, you can do an excursion where you swim with pigs in the Bahamas, but they just poop all over.
Why would you want to swim with pigs? I
It's
mean, they're
gross.
cute, don't get me wrong, but they smell, and they get big, and then they're terrifying.
Yeah. And you know, Laura says she would prefer a natural death while she sleeps. I'm right there with you,
Mm,
100%.
I think if you're gonna go out, like,
No, if I'm gonna go out in a dramatic way, I want it to be like I saved an entire building from a bomb or something,
that's
and I, like,
beautiful.
took the bomb and, like,
That's beautiful.
fireworks at the end.
I just wanna get eaten by a shark.
I don't know why you wanna get eaten by a
I mean, I
shark.
don't okay, I don't
Sounds
actually wanna
terrible.
get eaten by a shark, but having, like, the scars, being like, "Hey, look," like, a little bit?
Are you gonna
No?
take up surfing too, and then you're gonna be
I used to surf.
You did?
I mean, kind of. I'm from California, so, like
Well, so am I. What a coincidence.
I didn't know that?
I don't even know you. Who are you?
Wait, what is happening?
How'd you get in my house? Sir, get out. Um,
I'm a ghost.
Sublook says pigs don't smell that bad. We have a teacup pig. Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh,
He
but those
does.
are tiny ones, and that's just adorable. My father has 5 pigs, like, we're talking meat pigs, and
Mm.
it is beyond the wind blows one
It's not a good
direction, and
smell.
it's scary. But no, the cute little the teacup
Teacup
piggies,
pig.
so cute.
Um, I I don't know. I grew up on a pig farm. So my dad had a pig farm. Did I tell you this?
No.
My dad had a pig farm out in West Valley, which if people know Utah, it's out by the airport. And I don't miss it. I don't miss having to feed them or to clean them or to smell it.
Were they the big ones? Did they scare you a little bit?
Yeah, and you know, they'll eat anything,
They'll eat
including your
anything,
hands.
anything, like, which one is it? One of the Hannibal
Oh, I've got a story actually.
stories, and they, like, trained the pigs to eat
You don't even have to train them.
humans.
They'll eat them. Here, let me tell you why. Ready?
I'm ready.
Guys,
Am I
here's an
ready?
exclusive right now. First of all, Cruising for Food says she would like to die from sleep or sex. So that works.
Hey,
That would be fine. Sorry, let me just go through these. Lucas, welcome, Lucas. How are you? Mushroom farms smell worse, says Blick. I don't know what they smell like, but I'm assuming they smell like death.
I can imagine.
Simple Alchemy. Hey, welcome here from Canada. From A,
Ooh.
love you. Uh, uh, so about pigs. My dad had a pig farm, and people who live in Utah will maybe remember this story. Back in the 90s, there was a girl who went missing.
This is already I hate this already.
Yes, she went missing. It's a terrible story, and the family was trying to find her. They looked for her. They never saw her again for like years. Um, turns out, by the way, while this is happening, when we had this pig farm, it would be really crazy. Like it was a haunted pig farm. Can I tell you? It's a haunted pig farm. So we would have things where, like the pigs, there would be like no wind whatsoever, and we would see like the roof of the sheds just like lift up and kind of like float away and then like drop down, like someone was carrying a piece of metal and then it would like be dropped and it was not the wind. And so we dealt with that for like a year, and it turns out that this girl that went missing unfortunately was murdered, and she was fed to the pigs, not on my dad's farm, but on the one next to it.
Oh my gosh, can
And
you
she was
imagine?
buried, whatever was left was buried underneath the farm. And so the police came and they found what was left of her remains. And Apparently, people do that very often. They take people to pig
And
farms
get
to
rid of
dispose
them.
of them because they will eat them.
That,
Wow, this just got really dark.
I mean, that's kind of what, right?
So see, have a story for everything.
Telling you, man.
Oh, it's terrible. But yeah, Google it, look it up.
Sad.
It happened, and it happened down on our farm area. So Debbie says that she had a serial killer in Canada who fed his victims to his pigs. Robert Pickton. Ooh, that is
Yeah.
horrible. Um, the Parkway rapist, I'm like, yes, that is who it was. I'm pretty sure. She was just a little Hispanic girl that was walking home from school. She was probably the same age as me at the time, maybe a little younger.
So scary.
And she went missing, and they did find her.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
devastating.
but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the truth is stranger than fiction, you guys. It's crazy. Okay, well, no more pig farm murders.
Yeah, we'll move on from that.
I'm gonna do a giveaway. Can I just not go out being eaten, Lauren? I'm with you. I do not want to be eaten. Sounds
Fair,
painful.
fair.
I'm just adding people's names to our drawing. So just give me one moment. If you want to just like sing them a song.
I'm the piano man.
Uh,
I'm trying to think of what else.
I'm just adding your names to the list. People I've missed. That rhymed.
I would love to hear topics, places, things that you guys are
Yeah.
interested in for the podcast. So, are there
Always.
specific hauntings or places? Is there a specific topic like cryptids? Or people interested in that kind of thing? What
Yeah.
do you guys want to hear about? Because we've got a lot of ideas, but I'd love to be able to pull some from those of you who are interested in listening. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, we would love to hear your suggestions, and we will do a podcast. We will do a podcast.
Yes, we will.
Who am I missing on our drawing? Oh, Lucas. We've got to add you, Lucas.
Get on there, Lucas.
So what I'm going to give away today is I'm going to do 2 giveaways. I'm going to let, oops. Hold, please.
Do, 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 do.
I think I just lost my screen.
Oh no.
What is happening?
I don't know any good
Technology.
jokes. It's haunted.
So this guy walks into a bar and he says, ouch.
I was just gonna say that's the only one I could think of.
You know, I actually told that joke at my wedding. Angela,
And
Tammy.
Barney's still married you?
Yeah, he still married me. Angela and Tammy, you'll remember when we walked down the aisle, Barney forgot our rings.
Oh
And
no.
I know, the nerve. No. And
Nothing else on his mind, I'm sure.
so when he forgot the rings, he had to run back up the aisle and get them. And while he was doing it, I just grabbed the mic from my aunt who was marrying us, and I was like, "So this guy walked into a bar. And he says, ouch." I thought it was pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
Where is Barney? Barney's in DC right now, just working away. Angela remembers that. It was a fun night. Got real drunk, but I digress. Okay, how are we going to do this? We're just going to do 2 giveaways. The first giveaway I would like to give away is this book that I do love. It's called Travel Hacks, and it is I don't know how many are in here. Somewhere like 500, 600, 700. Woo! 651 travel hacks. As someone who travels almost every single month, this book definitely comes in handy. And I think if you love to travel, you could definitely get some use out of this book. So I'm going to mail this whoever wins the first drawing.
Are you gonna sign it?
Am I gonna sign
You
it
have to
because I
sign
wrote
it.
it?
No, just like on the inside.
No. That's
Yeah. Okay, who wants him to sign
Why
it?
would I
Like a
sign
cute little
this?
inscription. Thanks for watching. Love
I mean, I
Adam.
could put it in a postcard.
Not a
Queen
postcard.
Laura, are you here? Did I miss you? Hey, Queen Laura. Laura, get it, girl. Let me add you to our drawing.
Just in time.
I love her. I feel like I haven't talked to her in years. Okay,
Spinny wheel.
so we're gonna do a
Hey,
giveaway.
he said sign it, Adam.
Sign it, Adam. We'll see who gets it. It depends. So, okay, I'm gonna just do the first drawing, and then I'm gonna let you decide if you would like the book, or I did make a delicious coffee mug.
It's so cute.
It is super cute.
You made this
Actually,
graphic, guys. It's adorable.
do you have the picture on your phone so I can put it up to the screen? Because I'm too dumb to find a screenshot
Right?
on
Yes,
this computer.
yes.
Thanks
It's
for
not a
putting
great
up with me,
one.
you guys. If it's
That's what I've got.
better
than nothing?
Yeah, it's better than
Okay.
nothing. Let me see if there's any way I can find this. 1 second here.
My photo's not good enough, guys.
It's not that it's not good enough. I don't know if it will translate to the screen.
It's a really cute mug. Oh, who's that?
That was not.
Baby
an
Adam
accident.
on his baby Adam on his
I just love to look at
Ground.
myself.
because you're so cute.
No. What does it say? I only want the coffee mug if it has a mango on it. I will make you a different inside joke.
Oh, I was
You
gonna
have
say,
to be there. You
oh,
have
it
to have
doesn't have
been there.
mango. We can add one.
Oh, my aunt's here. Speak of the devil who married us at our wedding, Aunt Stacy.
Hi, Aunt Stacy.
Stacy says, Angel, I can't wait. Oh, no, she says, I can't see. I can't see really clearly right now. Well, that makes 2 of us. Oh, Tammy wants to go to the Lizzie Borden bed and breakfast. You better take me with you. And I will be there.
Does
And
it make you chop your own wood?
they
Do an
do.
axe?
They
Everything
have like a
usable?
whole murder mystery thing they do there, which is
Oh,
crazy. I don't know how I
fun.
feel about
Not fun.
that. So I guess my aunt is being invited to a wedding during the chat room here. So that's cool. I hope she can make it. I hope you can make it to the wedding, Stacy.
Bringing people together here.
We love you. Keeping families together since 1982. That's when I was born. I
figured.
brought everyone together.
Yeah, you did.
Queen Laura says, we need FaceTime soon, Goldie. Oh God, she calls me Goldie, sass mouth. That's like
Goldie
yeah,
Sass Mouth?
that's my nickname. Please don't ask. I don't know how it happened. I'll take it.
Those are the best ones. You're
I
like,
know
we
it.
don't know how this all of this came about, but somehow it's stuck.
So many inside jokes. Tammy says the best wedding I've ever been to. I'm assuming she's talking about mine. So I want to just say thank you very much. I did not get to eat a piece of food at that wedding. I was so pissed. I
It's the
mean,
worst. All the thought and effort into it.
our caterer, like, okay, first of all, you're gonna spend $6,000 for some food. You would think the bride could have. Well, that's me. Call me Bridezilla. You would think I would be able to take like some of it home, right?
Yeah.
But no, it's illegal apparently in the state of Utah. There's some law like you can't have any of your leftovers. They throw them away. And
We talked about this.
we did talk about
because,
this.
Yeah.
So the freaking caterer just threw all my food
Man.
away. I didn't even get to taste any of it, and I was so mad.
So it's not just that there wasn't any. There was some, but
tons.
you didn't get to eat it because it was.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, when's the cutoff time? Like the event ended, and so
I
2
don't
minutes
know.
after, you gotta be in the garbage?
I don't know, but all I know is that
I'm angry. That's what I'm
I
saying.
had 350 people invited, and I think 40 people didn't show.
Mhm.
So there was a ton of food,
Yeah.
and I should have been able to have just
You
a bite.
should have been able to
Jeez.
try your food. That makes me very sad.
But, funny thing though, I used to be a wedding planner as well, and I did another wedding about 3 or 4 years later, and the caterer was the caterer for my wedding. So while we were, oh no, what if the bride's listening? I took some of that food home with me. Sorry if you're watching right now. I was like, you know what, bitch, you're giving me some of that food because you owe me from 4 years ago. And I did. I took some of that food home. It was delicious. So it's the circle of life.
Yeah.
I got him in the end.
Circle of life.
Stacy says, oh, Stacy did. Yeah, Stacy married me. It was a great job. You did great.
I bet it
Love
was
you.
beautiful.
Long time. Okay.
I almost asked where you got married, but I know you got married.
I got married at no.
I was saying, no, you didn't.
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
married at a reception hall that has been shut down for years. It better not be any reflection on my marriage. But did you all know that? Have you been to my wedding? It was shut down like not even 2 years later, they closed it down. They filed bankruptcy. And the building is just next to a funeral home now.
I was gonna
They
say,
built
isn't
a
it next
funeral
to
home.
a funeral home?
Very appropriate.
Mortuary
Hi,
or
Tim.
something?
Thanks for watching. No Legs says, oh no, y'all need to watch that live stream from last week at the Haunted Apache Hotel. I told the story of getting in a van with a man who had no legs.
Yes.
And now I'm never going to hear the end of it.
I
So
don't know how you're still alive.
I don't either.
All the
By the grace
things.
of God, I guess.
All the things.
Zeblick says he's having Cup Pop cater a work thing at the end of the month. You're taking leftovers home, as you should. Have you ever had Cup Pop?
I have.
I have mixed feelings. I'm on a kolache kick personally. Here in Utah, we have phases of like food types, and Cup Pop was definitely a fad. Okay, so I'm gonna give away the drawing now.
Do it.
So, Paranormal Polynesian Travel, hashtag no leg day gang. What?
No leg.
No, I don't want to be in your no leg gang. Please.
No leg day. The gym. Unnecessary. I
can't.
thought it was funny.
It was funny, but it's just very, very inappropriate. Inappropriate. Okay, I think I found it. So let me see if I can share the screen. I need to stop looking down because it looks like I'm crazy. Hi, I know you're up there, but
I'm looking down also.
Tales Told. What does it say? Who is that? Why can't I see who this is? Tales Told in the Dark.
Ooh,
Hello.
fun name.
Hello, Tales Told in the Dark. Would you like to be in the drawing? Let's put you in.
You're in.
I think I have everybody now on the Wheel of Fortune to add.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I do this? Share screen. Share screen. I understand. Let's proceed.
It's so cute.
Okay, does that work? Can you guys, can you see that? No, here. There we go. Do you guys see the mug? So that's pretty dang cool. I think I like it a lot.
I love it.
It's our first merch. It's the To Believe or Not to Believe That Is the Podcast coffee mug. It's perfect for drinking coffee, hot chocolate, or just vodka straight out.
The blood of your enemy.
The blood of your enemy.
Don't do that, please.
So the first drawing, you're either going to be able to have that delightful mug, or you can have this fantastic book that Travel Hacks 651 travel hacks.
And Adam will sign it for you if you ask.
I'm all about a travel hack.
I think it's fun.
Looking to spice up your foreign vocabulary before you travel? You can learn Spanish, French, Italian, German, and Portuguese for free on Duolingo.
Que bueno.
Let's just do one more tip.
And here's one. 338. Did you want to write it?
Go ahead.
Flying with young kids, When the airline employee calls that first group of people who need extra time to board, this includes you.
Hell, I don't even have kids and I go in that first group. When they're like, people who need a little more time, that's me. I need a little more time. I don't have enough time. So yes, I do. Well, I
Amazing.
have issues. I can't breathe. I've got the lungs. I've got the black lungs.
Hmm.
Okay. So let's do the drawing. I'm sorry. I am a little psychotic. Ooh, looking for a way to stop your feet from swelling while in the air? Buy some compression socks. Okay, that's just like common sense. Suitcase too full? Put a few extra layers and take them off when you get on the plane. Okay, well, some of these are good.
I mean, okay, though granted, you've probably thought of those ones, but if you hadn't, they are good ones.
Well, sometimes, people just don't, people don't travel as much as I do for sure. I know I'm always gone. So I just have to remember, like, some people probably just don't.
Yeah.
And this is why you want this book. And because I love you.
And it's cute.
Okay, let's do it. How do I share the screen again? No. Screen. Share. Wheel of names. I have to say it out loud or it's not
It's
happening.
happening.
Adam goes and finds a wheelchair. Oh, geez. Laura's always gone, but not traveling. Huddle. Huddles. Huddle Adventures. Welcome. Let's add you to the list.
Just in time.
Does anyone know why it's not big? Can you make it big? There we go. Is that big?
That's cool. Would you like spin it on here for everybody? I like it.
Okay, here we go, everyone. Good luck. And click to spin. Laura, you're the winner. Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations. And are you still here? Do you let me
Are
see.
you with us?
Sorry, I cannot see with my eyes.
Laura, if you're here, throw a little comment at us.
Say hello. Oh, there you are. Yay! Laura from Huddle, you won. Congratulations. So tell me, what would you like, darling? Would you like the Travel Hacks book or would you like a coffee mug from our little podcast? Oh, also, turn on the flashlight if you're here. I'm very, very happy that you won. Yeah, you let us know which one you'd like. And then all you need to do is if you could just send me a quick little DM on Instagram or Facebook, and then give me your address. I will be sure to get that in the mail. It'll probably be after Wednesday if that's okay, because I have a little bit of a crazy few days coming up, but I'll get that in the mail. So congratulations. Did you decide which one you would like? If you'd prefer the coffee mug? Mm-hmm. Would you like a green tortilla chip?
Delicious. We had taquitos.
Oh my
Adam set up all of the stuff. I know I want to eat more, but like.
Let me just throw that back.
Good job. Product placement. Diet Pepsi.
It's like Pepsi, but diet.
Not a sponsor.
Congratulations. She said mug. Okay. Sorry. Yes, I did not see that. Perfect. Okay. So let's do one more drawing, and then we're gonna end things tonight. And I just want to thank you so much for your support, and please consider this podcast. I think it's going to be a lot of if I haven't said that 14 times already.
But it is really fun. We hope you all like it.
I want, yeah, and then please share with anyone you know who might like to listen to a podcast. I think they'll enjoy it if they enjoy listening to things with their ears.
With their ears.
Okay, let's go back to the Wheel of Fortune. And we're going to do the last drawing. Am I cutting in and out? Can you hear me? I don't know why I have terrible internet. Does anyone else? It's good now? Okay. Okay, let's do this final drawing. There we go. Megan! Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Megan wins the book. Now remember, even if you're not in the live stream, if you are on Patreon, you always get entered into my drawing. So I don't know, is Megan even here? I don't think she's here tonight, but she's still going to get this book sent home to her. So if you are interested in joining my Patreon, you will always get early releases of my uploads on YouTube. You'll get special like song downloads because I like to sing a song or two. You'll have you'll get podcasts earlier. We'll put those up earlier for you, and you get all sorts of little just here and there, and then double the drawing for double your pleasure. So you'll always get an extra drawing. So Megan, congrats. Let's see. Time for final thoughts. What would you like to say to the folks at home tonight?
I hope you'll give our podcast a chance. Podcast a chance. To believe or not to believe, that is the podcast.
Available.
A believer and a skeptic sit down and hash out all the details of something to do with the paranormal.
Yeah, and go right now after this. You can listen to it. It's anywhere podcasts are found. To believe or not to believe,
Except
that is
for
a podcast.
Stitcher.
Except for Stitcher.
Sorry.
What is a Stitcher? I don't even know. I love you Kristen, for food, but I don't do Stitchers. The link to the podcast, yeah, maybe I should put that in. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do that. Also, just thought here. If you don't want to have to type it out every time, you can subscribe. That would be cool.
Right? Yeah, then you don't have to worry about it.
It's a long name.
It's a damn long name.
Save those typey typers.
What's Libsyn?
That's Libsyn. Our hosting site.
Oh. Ooh, this takes up Ripley's Believe It or Not. I like that too. Okay, here's the link. I'm glad someone's awake now. What's up?
No, I can see.
Here is link right there in the chat. And then if you'd like to join my Patreon, let me put the little link to the Patreon. The little link. And you guys make sure to network. I almost said market yourselves. Network amongst yourselves and get to know each other's channels because you all have fabulous channels, and you all should get to know one another because you'll love each other as much as I love you. Queen Laura, love you. Thanks for coming. So there's the two links, podcast and Patreon. I want to thank you guys again for coming tonight. It was a lot of fun. I have to go to work now. at my job, you know, so I can pay for those airline flights, honey. I
Gross.
know. But I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Sunday night. The weekend is still going. It's not. So go have fun. I'm gonna eat some chips. You want to say anything else to the folks at home?
I don't think so. Thanks for having me.
Okay. Well, we love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And until I see you next time, remember to keep it
Keep it
paranormal.
I don't know why I felt like I should say that with you. That was weird. Do it
No,
again.
you
Do it
should
again without me.
remember. No, I want you to say it with me.
Remember,
Keep it
keep it paranormal.
paranormal. That's enough. Bye.